Every day, something dramatic happens in the Caribbean that affects our lives. We'll give you the details. We'll give you the facts on Caribbean Perspective with Eddie Frederick. Host Eddie Frederick.
So glad you can join us. Grenada is included in a travel bubble established by Barbados with special privileges during this period of the pandemic. This story takes the lead in today's edition of Caribbean Perspective for Wednesday, 21st July 2021. Details when we return.
Hubbard's big promotion is back. Live free for 1 year. Spend $50 or more in any Hubbard's department and receive a chance to win big prizes every month. Property or vehicle insurance for 1 year. Free internet, cable and data for 1 year. Free fuel for 1 year. Free cooking gas for 1 year. Free electricity for 1 year. Free drinks for 1 year. Extra cash account and the big free groceries for 1 year. Promotion runs from April 1st to September 30th, 2021. Live free for 1 year with Hubbard's in association with Solgas, Flow, Grenadian General Insurance, Carib Brewery, Coca-Cola, Grenada Bottling Company, Grenelec, Communal Cooperative Credit Union, Dutch Lady Milk, Promo, Danny and Supreme. Terms and conditions apply.
Welcome back. Close to a dozen regional countries can take advantage of a new travel bubble to Barbados now in effect. Details in this Barbados Today online news report.
The bubble allows fully vaccinated visitors from Grenada, Antigua and Barbuda, Dominica, Anguilla, Montserrat, Bonaire, St. Eustatius and Saba, St. Martin, Turks and Caicos, the Cayman Islands and Bermuda, who present a valid pre-flight negative PCR test, to be exempt from further quarantine or testing upon arrival here. Chief Medical Officer Dr. Kenneth George explained that the countries in the travel bubble have low COVID-19 positivity rates. He said the countries are under close watch and where the situation changes, they will be removed from the bubble. More than 2,000 Barbadians have so far received their first dose of the Sinopharm COVID-19 vaccine from China. Word of this from co-coordinator of the National COVID-19 Vaccination Campaign, Major David Clark. 15,000 persons are expected to benefit from the 30,000 doses of Sinopharm vaccines donated by the government of China last month. At the weekend, the Ministry of Health hosted open days for the first dose of the vaccine, and Major Clark told Barbados Today there was a positive response from the public. He again appealed to citizens to get vaccinated, stressing it's for the good of the country. In today's COVID-19 update, 11 new positive cases, 5 females and 6 males, were diagnosed by the Best de Santos Public Health Laboratory from a total of 739 tests conducted on Sunday. There are currently 151 people in isolation. As a result, overall COVID-19 cases have moved to 4,269 cases. The viral illness has claimed 48 lives. The Public Health Lab has conducted 202,157 tests. The number of first doses administered under the National Vaccination Program is 98,206. Additionally, 73,427 persons have received second doses of the COVID-19 vaccines. This number represents 27.1% of the population.
The British has lifted pandemic restrictions on daily life in England, scrapping all social distancing in a step slammed by scientists and opposition parties as a dangerous leap into the unknown.
The last of England's COVID restrictions have now been lifted, but as case numbers rise by more than 50,000 each day, the British Prime Minister is urging the public to remain vigilant.
Please, be cautious. Go forward tomorrow into the next step with all the right prudence and respect for other people and the risks that the disease continues to present.
Boris Johnson is now self-isolating following contact with his health secretary, who's tested positive for COVID. Despite concerns that the country is reopening too hastily, he says it's better to lift restrictions now than in the autumn when children go back to school. From Monday, there are no longer any limits on the number of people who can meet or attend events. The 1 metre social distancing rule is being removed, and bars and restaurants are no longer restricted to table service.
I'm excited to go out and have a good time. There'll be no limitations.
Experts say the impact of lifting restrictions won't be known for several weeks. Some are warning daily case numbers could reach 200,000 before the autumn.
I think it's almost certain we'll get to 1,000 hospitalisations today per day. It'll almost certainly get to 100,000 cases a day. The real question is, do we get to double that or even higher?
With almost 9 out of every 10 adults having now received at least one vaccine dose, and with almost 70% of the population fully inoculated, medics believe that serious illness and deaths will be at lower levels than during earlier waves of infection.
Haitians will receive a new Prime Minister, a move which is backed by the international community, evidenced by their snubbing of the current Prime Minister. More in this Reuters television report.
Haiti's acting prime minister agreed to step down in the wake of the assassination of the country's president. In an interview with the Washington Post published on Monday, Claude Joseph said he would hand over power to Ariel Henry, a 71-year-old neurosurgeon. The late President Jovenel Moïse named Henry to the post of prime minister, but he had yet to be sworn in when gunmen stormed Moïse's home and killed him on July 7th. The announcement appears to end a power struggle in the Caribbean nation between Joseph and Henry. Joseph told the Washington Post that he and Henri had met privately over the past week. He added that he agreed to step down on Sunday, quote, for the good of the nation, and is willing to transfer power, quote, as quickly as possible. Moïse's assassination has pitched the already troubled nation into chaos. The murder comes amid a surge in gang violence that has displaced thousands of people and hampered economic activity in the poorest country in the Americas.
En reunión con Joseph Félix Barrio,
a Colombian police chief said on Friday the assassination may have been ordered by a former Haitian Justice Ministry official. He cited a preliminary investigation that has implicated Haitian Americans and former Colombian soldiers. Martine Moïse, the assassinated president's widow, returned to Haiti on Saturday for his funeral after she was treated in a Miami hospital for injuries sustained during the attack.
The hurricane season is now upon us, so we as Caribbean people need to remember to think safety and be prepared. Avoid venturing outside during a storm or hurricane, especially if there are strong winds. Rooftops and other debris are often blown about and can cause great damage.
You're listening to Caribbean Perspective with Eddie Frederick.
Over in Guyana, as public health officials continue to monitor several mutations of the deadly coronavirus COVID-19, there is growing concern that the dangerous Delta variant is in Guyana and is affecting children more than any other strain. Gordon Mosley of News Source Guyana reports.
A 16-year-old passed away at the COVID hospital, and at least 3 other children are hospitalized. While there is no confirmation that a Delta variant is in Guyana, the Ministry of Health is issuing a new warning for children, encouraging parents to ensure that all children above the age of 2 years old wear face masks, since they appear to be at a higher risk of contracting the virus.
We should encourage children to wear masks, especially in the light that right now, globally, you have the Delta variant that is currently circulating. And with this particular variant, anyone who is unvaccinated would be at risk, which includes children.
Dr. Anthony explained that children with underlying conditions should wear medical-type face masks for extra protection, while those without those medical conditions can wear the cloth mask. But with the new strains of the virus, he said all children must wear face masks.
So globally, we're seeing a lot more children getting infected, and also because of those infections, they're being hospitalized. With the original strain of the original type of the virus, we would have seen that when children got infected, they had a milder form of the disease. But with these particular variants that are circulating, when children get infected, a small percentage of them can end up in the hospital.
And the health minister is not in favor of children wearing those face shields, since according to him, those shields do not provide enough protection, especially in a crowded environment. Children, he said, must also wear their mask if they are outdoor playing with other children.
If they're outdoor by themselves, then they can go without the mask. However, if they're with other children, then it is recommended that they should have a mask on, maybe a cloth mask, If they're going to be some distance from each other, then you can think about not using the mask.
Since the first case of the pandemic was recorded in Guyana a year ago, more than 1,500 children have contracted COVID-19, with 3 of them losing their lives to the virus.
Some St. Lucians are gearing up to head to the polls early this week. The Electoral Commission is putting the finishing touches on preparations for advanced polling on Friday, July 23rd, and the overall general election on Monday, 26th July. Solange Alfred of HTS News Force reports.
The timing of the elections is not in any way prevent us from doing what we have to do to be prepared for the elections. No, the timing is not a problem.
That's the word from the chairperson of the Electoral Commission, Cynthia Kombi Matter. She says the commission is refining process to make certain of a seamless election day come July 26th.
To ensure that the election runs smoothly and we would be able to have a free, fair and transparent elections. Everything is more or less in place. We are trying to fine-tune the processes. We are, at this point in time, completing our training of our election workers, especially in preparation for the advanced poll, which takes place on Friday. Other than that, I believe we're more or less in a position to proceed with the general poll on Monday.
The chairperson clarifies the intended purpose and target voters of Friday's advanced poll.
The advanced poll is specifically for the police, the correctional facility, bodily correctional facility, the officers, and the fire service officers. It also includes, we're doing that for the second time. We did it first in 2016, where we took a poll at the hospitals. So this year we will have the 3 hospitals, Tapion, St. Jude's, and OKAU. Of course, VH is not available this time. And then there are 2 care facilities, St. Lucy's, as well as Comfort Bay in Vieux Fort. Of course, the election workers will also be part of that advanced poll, and the commission will be part of that poll.
The 2021 election will see an electoral observer mission spearheaded by the OAS Secretary General Luis Almagro alongside 11 members. A statement by Almagro reads, quote, "This mission demonstrates the commitment of the OAS General Secretary to support member states, improving their electoral processes and strengthening their institutions and democracy in the hemisphere," unquote.
There are the 2 local observers, the British High Commissioner, and maybe an observer from the U.S. Embassy in Barbados.
The Electoral Department and Commission is wholly responsible for the planning, conduct, and administering of the general elections in St. Lucia. With the poll date less than a week away, the Commission continues to iron out the finer details to ensure a free and fair general election. Solange Alfred, HTS News Force.
Did you know that your friends and family can now shop at the Food Fair from anywhere in the world, and you can receive here in Grenada? The Food Fair and GrenadaMarket.com now makes it possible through secure online shopping and personalized customer service. Simply send your loved ones a list of your preferred items or let them fill an online basket, and the items will be available for pickup or delivery. Visit GrenadaMarket.com or thefoodfair.gd today for more details. The new norm. Spread the news.
I am Eddie Frederick. This has been Caribbean Perspective, a whole new approach to highlighting developments in the Caribbean. In the meantime, please continue to log on to CaribbeanPerspective.com for more daily news and more.